to another Soccer Racing League seed. This is an async from July 17th, one of the days that I was recovering from surgery. Today we're going to be completing this after everybody had already finished it. This is now on August 3rd, so we're a little late because of, you know, recovery and everything else. And my goal, defeat Ganon, collect the 7 crystals in order to access Ganon's tower, and then defeat Aghanim at the top of Ganon's tower, which will allow me access into the Ganon fight. And yeah, we start with boots, which we start with boots, and our crystals are randomized, so we don't actually know which ones we are going to have to do. The other thing to note is that it's called open mode. That means we don't have the rain sequence at the beginning. Our swords are randomized into the entire pool, so we're not guaranteed a weapon right at the start. And yeah, so there's no rain sequence because we're not doing standard. And we also have basic item placement. There we go, basic item placement, which means that there's a few things that are important. It's not expecting you to be able to bonk into Misery Mire or bonk across pits in order to get checks. So it'll require hook shot for things like Misery Mire in the logic. It will require a lamp for any dark rooms and a few other like basic item placement logic things. So you may hear me talk about things that isn't necessarily the same for the advanced item placement, but yeah. So let's get started. I don't think I've ever really talked about that on stream, on what it is that even does. So anyways, yeah, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, begin. All right, so I started at the 2-minute and 15-second recording mark. So that means I'll have to deduct that from the final timer. All right, so we're gonna go over here immediately. We got the first item that was in the sanctuary, but there's a chest right here. We're gonna bonk in order to go into. Ooh, bombs, nice. I do like getting early bombs because there's a couple bombable walls in Kakariko that I need those for. I actually need exactly 3 bombs for that, so getting 3 right off the bat is nice. I mean, you don't really get bomb packs in less than 3. You can get a 10 bomb pack. I believe there's only 1 in the pool, but the 10 bomb pack is actually not something in the vanilla game, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, it is something that they added in order to so standard mode, you can have standard mode without a guaranteed sword. And that means that you can end up in the beginning of the game, either get Fire Rod, Heinous Samaria, bombs, or bow, I believe, as a weapon. And in order to make it fair, if you get bombs, they give you 10 instead of 3. Thank you, Kevlar, for the watch streak. We have 20 bucks and powder. So powder is going to be useful actually for way more than just checks. There's there's Magic Bat, but the bigger thing, right, is the fact that that'll keep us alive. We'll be able to use powder in order to powder anti-fairies and other things. I have Zebrin who says, no spoils, but plenty of hopes. I hope that Moon Pearl is on the pyramid. Now. And Ice Rod on pedestal with a medallion on Trinex. So you can't get into Red Crystal Swamp. With Pyramid Fairy having shovel, oh my god, that you dig up mushroom with, that you turn in for the bow. Oh my god. I hope that that is not what happens. So we got ourselves the flute. That would be an evil seed, Zebrin. All right, let's go in here. Do-do-do-do. More bombs. At the moment, that's kind of our only weapon. I'm gonna show you all something, okay? This is something that some of you may have seen in the past. But I was talking to somebody recently and I realized that people don't actually know that this is a thing. So I do have to share it. So we have the bottle vendor, which gave us trash. All right, so I'm gonna show you something cool. All right, it's gonna lose a bunch of time, but well, bam. The lady with the broom. Everybody talks about how you can powder a chicken, right? But nobody actually talks about how you just can powder the fairy or the lady with the broom. Yo, flippers. Today I learned, yep, there's a lot of things that are just very interesting. Ooh, money for the Zora. The chicken one is more fun, yeah, but then she talks to you forever and that's way too long. I think I learned that from watching Saku. We were talking about it in Discord and somebody was like, oh, there's a lot of different things. Like, I think somebody was trying to tell me, hey, did you know about the fact that you can powder a chicken? And I was like, yeah, but did you know that you could powder the lady standing outside the chicken house and that she becomes a fairy? And they're like, what? No? I was like, okay, well, I'm going to share that on stream because maybe there's more people that don't actually know about that. It always does amuse me when somebody tries to tell me, like, hey, did you know this random fact about A Link to the Past? We got the dancing guard. I think that's a retro achievement, but I missed it. There's also one to powder the chicken. The chicken is in the lady's house on the far left side. So there's I think it's the snitch lady, is what they call her. It's her house. The one in the top left corner of the map. I think there was somebody who did actually finally tell me something I didn't know about Zelda. We have 4 bombs, 20 arrows. Zelda is your... Yep. That was actually something I think that I noticed about, actually, I think you can actually tell how familiar I am with the game with when I did the Game Boy Advanced version of this playthrough, right? The vanilla game, but in Game Boy Advance, and I didn't even really like fully talk to every NPC and everything else all, but like I pointed out a lot of things, a lot of differences that, yeah, I was pretty proud of myself. It's funny, you know more about A Link to the Past than my friends. Oh. And I knew about back in the days when we used to three-way conference call about racing or while racing each other. There's just a lot of things that you learn while racing the game or playing Rando, right? Yeah. It's also something that I really liked to talk about when I was doing commentary, right? Different cool things about the game, like fun facts or other things. How glitches work was the main thing that I actually was really proud of myself on knowing. Okay, well, we have the money for Zora. Honestly, I would really like there to be some sort of logic about rupees for Zora, so that like you had a better way of farming. Like maybe not that it's guaranteed to be in a specific setting, but with a customizer thing, like adding a logic path in for the rupees so that you're guaranteed, like if you need to go to Zora, you get a bunch of 300 rupees or something like that, so that there's just something in. This is not gonna work. You know what? I'm gonna do this. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go into it. Okay. I'm gonna actually go to Ice Rod Cave and hope for something good. Because I don't have enough bombs. And I don't have a weapon for the mini Moldorm Cave. I'm hoping that I get it here. If not, we're gonna have to go to Zora. Okay. All right, I guess we got it. Honestly, was expecting to find nothing there, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Ah! Okay. Oh my god! And magic on top of that. Okay. This game is being super nice to me. It's super nice to me. Arrows. Bombs. Rupees. Okay, well, it wasn't anything super great, but I cannot believe that worked. Oops. Do. No, thank you. You might be wondering what I'm doing, but I'm testing. Science! I know it's a race, but science! Okay, it does work. Haha! I was wondering if it was just Ice Rod Cave or if it was any pit, but no, it seems to be any pit. Blue Mail on Lake Hylia Island. Okay, so we have flippers. We don't need to do reverse fake flipper. Nice, okay. We have the lamp. Go, go, go. Gotta go fast. Gotta go to King Zora. Also, the fact that we got lamp as like one of our first items makes me a little nervous, because maybe Aga. But it could also be, you know, that I get the bow and we go and do Eastern or something, or that we do Desert Palace. Okay, or we could just whiff going through this portal 20,000 times. Shovel. So many rupees right off the start. I see a doggo face in my, right there. In my camera. The mirror! Oh my god. Oops. Alright, you know... Yeah. Wow. What nonsense. That's some garbage. I got totally scammed. Oops. All right. Well, that sucks. Yeah. I was like, where do I want to go? We'll use the flute. That way we can go up Death Mountain. That way we are able to get the save point up here. Meow. Meow. Only the single arrow would have been worse. I would have taken the single arrow over one of 2 green rupees. Because at least the single arrow is like, there's only one of them, right? But yeah. Ooh, okay. That's better. So we can now go into the back of Escape. Hopefully we find something good there. I mean, I think if it was a unique, if it was Twilight Princess, then I would say getting the green rupee is actually, you know, important, right? But every other Zelda game that has Greg is lying. And trying to make Greg a thing in that game when it's not actually a thing in that game. It is not a unique item in Ocarina of Time. And it's not a unique item in, what's the other one? A Link to the Past. Really? Okay, well, we know that this is a pendant. Greg was a spark. That's the, that's Bob, the anti-fairy, if that's what you're talking about. My last bomb. Hang on. Ah, we got the big key. Ooh-ah. Right, get rid of that. Go back down. Corn on pizza? Yep. Can you currently defeat Moldorm? Nope. I'm just trying to get the chests. Because there may be something good in here. And I do have access to it, so I might as well grab whatever I can while I'm here. Yeah, green, it is an acronym. It is supposed to stand for Green Rupee of Eternal Glory. It's meant to be kind of like a symbol of, hey, this is a unique item here. The only problem is the only Zelda game that is actually a unique item in a chest is Twilight Princess. So every other game that's trying to pretend is, yeah. All right, well, that's not gonna help us. So let's actually go back to Sanctuary. The thing is, it's not actually unique in any of the other games. That's the important thing. So... Pineapple on pizza is superior? You mean pizza on pineapple? All right, we have still no Moon Pearl. Oh, Desert Palace, okay. The unique Twilight Princess Green Rupee? Yep. It is the one and only Greg in the entire Zelda franchise. At least for the ones that I've played. So, Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past do not actually have Greg. I just tried to dash in doggo mode. Nope, no bully. Nope, go away. We could also get, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I had, yeah, marked this off as nothing good. Ah! Funny, it seems like you're not worried at all about having no real weapons. Yeah, I'm not really worried. That's correct. I do have weapons. I have bombs, and I have the Cane of Samaria. And there's always the possibility that I get items along the way, right? There's 2 items in this dungeon. And you never know. One of them could actually be the item that I need, right? So... perfect. Okay, now I'm pretty sure I could just beat Desert Palace. Bacon and pineapple on pizza is fantastic. See, that would be one of my things, right? I don't like fruit in my bread. So it's like, I don't like blueberry muffins. I don't like cranberry muffins. I don't like any of that stuff because I don't enjoy having fruit in my bread. Oh, this is another pendant dungeon. What the hedge? That also includes pineapple. Piece of heart is in Skullwood. So one of the items in Skullwoods is a piece of heart. Okay, bombs. There's still one more item in this dungeon. I can understand that. It's like me with salt. Honestly. I have to be careful and place the bomb after they move, because they'll move out of the range of the bomb if I don't. I don't know what that is. Youthful porpoise? I just ran into that. Really? The last item is on the boss? Okay. Ah, Wonka reference. Okay. You like crunchy bacon? Oh, I'm the opposite. I do not like crispy bacon. Limp bacon, the best. Actually, there's an item in here. It's just, or possibly an item in here. Okay, there is actually rupees in here. I didn't know you didn't actually have to bonk the pillar. You just need to rub against it. There's like a small little pixel where you don't need to be running directly into it that will allow the item to fall off. But yeah. Limp bacon, I love that band. I also, yeah, so I have the same problem with salt. I find also salt and butter. I find that everything gets really salted in restaurants and stuff. I need magic, so yeah, that was what I was worried about. That's why I was like, oh, I need them to stop moving so that they don't run away from the bomb. Rude. Rude. See, I'm the opposite. I don't find that tasty. Bam. I don't find yeah, I don't find that tasty at all. Oh, go, 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 go. Well, bam. All right. Oh, this is a pendant dungeon. I didn't even need to fight this boss. Oh well. Who knows, right? Might be a pedestal seed. Hopefully, at this point, I'm wasting so much time on these bosses. If I would have not messed up some of these, some of those... What a strat, thank you. If I hadn't messed up some of the movement in there... Okay, now we have Moon Pearl. All right, Dark World access. I'm trying to think, where did I get the... Where did I get the... What's it called? Oh, it was Checkerboard Cave, the bottle. I'm trying to keep track of where I've been. Okay, what do we have? Oh god, Pendant Misery Mire. Of course I get Pendant Misery Mire when I have the flute early. And Titan's Mitts. Turtle Rock. We know the Tower of Hera is a pendant. So Tower of Hera is probably green pendant. And that means that Eastern Palace has to be the other red crystal. Okay, let's see what the entrance is. Bombos. Yo, have a good night, Soren. Also, welcome in, Zeismite. I don't think I've said hi to you yet, even though I've been responding to your messages. Ooh, okay, that's fine. Okay. So let's go to Village of Outcasts, I guess. No. We're going to... We're going to the witch. Right now, my main weapon is... Right now, my main weapon is my Cane of Burna. So... I need magic. I don't think that... No, I was like, I don't know if... I think Cane of Burna is a logical, basic item placement weapon for blind. If we have a bottle, which we do. So... It's like one of those things that in advanced item placement, it wouldn't matter, but basic item placement is always questionable because it's supposed to be the easier thing. I don't know why I'm here. I mean, I guess it's a crystal, so... We do have at least... Wait, that was the harp piece that said it was in Skullwoods. I was like, oh wait, no, we don't need to check the other thing because we got a hint for what the item was, but nope, that was the item that we hinted. Okay. Okay, we'll just get slapped in the face by that guy. Okay, so after this, I'm gonna be doing a what? Oh my god, what? That was silly. I was trying to wiggle slightly to the other side so I could grab the skull. But I just walked off the edge instead. Small key, that has to be there in basic item placement. Oh my god. That was close. We still don't have bombs and I don't have the hook shot, so I can't go the easy way around here. So we're just gonna go the long way. Okay. Oh wait. That's one of your big pet peeves, being slapped in the face? Yeah, honestly, same. Okay. Bonk. All right. Yeah. Go away. Nope. Stop. No, no. Go this way. Quick. No, I'm dead. I'm dead. There's no way. Okay, I think that they can't hit me now. Oh, that's not good. Maybe they can. Danger, 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 danger. Wait! No, really? Okay, fine. Ooh. Anyways, well, we got everything that we can get from Skull. It's painful. Ouch. Yeah. Yo, thank you so much, Ancient Dragon, for the 105 consecutive watch streak. So I still have no bombs, which is fine because I don't really need bombs for most of the stuff. I do for the brewery, but I can probably get one before I get to the brewery, so it's fine. Unless I get really bad luck, which is also possible, but this game has been really nice to me. Lily, thank you so much for the raid. How was your birthday celebration? Oh my god, we got it. See, this is what I'm talking about. I run out of bombs and the game's like, here, have a bomb. Birthday was so good. All right, check this out, okay? Big brain, please. We're gonna use a bomb, and then we're gonna check this bush right here. Bomb. Wha-bam. This bush right here. Bomb. Wha-bam. See? Oh my god. Big brain. Oh, and the ice rod too. Oh my god. You gotta study up? Yeah. Lily, I'm super excited for the collab coming up. Okay, pull this from the side here. That way you bonk into this wall so you don't roll all the way back down. Big brain, please. Another weapon that requires magic. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Ah! That wasn't fair. Thank you so much again, and welcome in, Raiders. I'm Saku. I play a lot of Zelda games and a lot of randomizers, not just Zelda games. I know a lot of the... I actually have a lot of maps on my website, a lot of guides, and those guides actually show you what item is underneath the chests and other things like that. And yeah. Or underneath the, what's it called? Underneath the pots in dungeons, so you can tell if where you need to stock up, where those are. Like this is arrows, always. Unless you do pot shuffle, in which case, I'm a liar. Yeah, thank you again. Can we do another shout out for Lily? We're doing a collab on August 15th. And it's gonna be big fun. We're doing a collab, a multi-world, where I believe if everything goes well, that Lily will be doing A Link to the Past and I'll be doing Metroid Fusion Rando. It'll be super exciting. Ah! Okay, so the good thing is we have powder. Nope. Oh, go away. No, don't even look in this general direction. Yep, it's an MF rando. Oh god, nope, go away. Ah. Go at the bottom because, yeah, that way we avoid those things. And we don't, unfortunately, have ourselves a sword, so we can't go through here very nicely. Can we not with all the nonsense, please? Okay. Which means no E-tanks. What? No, what are you talking about, no E-tanks? Rude. Okay, this guy's kind of in a rough spot, so because I don't have a sword, I have to be really careful because I can't just run through everything. Okay, so we have a bomb here, and don't worry, if you ever need bombs, there's some down here. Yikes. Okay. Woo. Gotta be careful. Those things do 2 hearts of damage to you each time it hits you. And that can be awful. Don't even think about it. Up, left, right, whatever this direction is. Ignore everything. All right, we have... Oh, bam. Thankfully, that guy dies in one hit. So I don't really need to worry about it. What I do have a problem with is this guy. I don't have a hammer, so... It's gonna be a rough time. Rough time. Yikes. 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 Go away. Go away. I thought I was the maiden for a second and I was like, why am I not walking through the cell? We don't have the hammer, so we can't go to the hammer peg's chest. But that's a problem because there's an item in there. So now you may be asking yourself, Saku, you still don't have a sword. What are you gonna do with the maiden? Well... One down! Two down! Oh, I'm too far away. Yep, that was silly. This is why I bought a green potion. Yeah, I was one hit off, but I was too far away from blind when I started. Well, bam! We got bombs. Surprise. Also, welcome into July. All right, so that's our first crystal? Yeah. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. We do have the Titan Smiths, so we can deliver our good buddy, the frog, Jeremiah, over to the other smith. But the problem is that if I come over, if I have a follower, this guy will not talk to me. He's like, I don't like it when there's people following you or whatever else. And something about a shady guy or whatever. Honestly, I kind of want to see if I can get any more big rupees, like red rupees, because I need more potions right now. It's fine. Don't care about that. You wonder if the smith will give me a sword. Probably not. This seed seems to be insistent on not giving me a weapon. We have defeated 2 bosses, by the way. We still don't have a weapon that's not Cane of Burna. Even Ice Rod is a little questionable on whether or not, right, you're gonna be able to do it, because some bosses don't take damage from Ice Rod either. You can't damage Moldorm with Burna. You can't damage Vitreous with Burna. You can't damage either of those with Ice Rod either. You can kill Armos Knights with Burna, but you can't get to Armos Knights if you don't have the bow. So, oh. Hang on. Yep. Got it. I see. So we're not going to be able to get Dark World access unless this is the hammer. And if it is, it's funny. You can't wait to learn where these weapons are? They'll be in some silly place, like the back of Sashala's house. Oh, just kidding. They're right here. Hey, Hey, we found a sword finally. You know, we had powder like really early. I mentioned, I said that it would be somewhere that's like really early. Yes, it is, because we did have that. Gosh, I hate carrying this around. We're delivering this and we're coming back. I'm not carrying this with me forever. It's gonna slow me down. Imagine if this gives me a sword too. Nope. Okay, that's funny. All right. Because I mentioned earlier that, you know, that we had gotten the, what's it called? The powder early, and that the sword would be in an area where I had early access to that. I've had access to that for a while. So the, I know, somebody said next 3 swords in Ganon's tower, lol, but it's not possible because this is basic item placement, and because Turtle Rock is a, because Turtle Rock is actually a crystal, there's logic in place to require 2 swords minimum for Trinex. So at minimum, there can only be 2 swords in Ganon's tower. I'm still a little squishy. Turtle Rock is 2 swords fancy. We can find a sword in Turtle Rock. But yeah, no, we alas, we cannot find all 3 swords in Ganon's castle. Go away! Oh. So many heart pieces. What's going on? Would it be possible in a no logic seed? I mean, it would be possible in an advanced item placement seed. It's just not possible in a basic one because basic is supposed to be an easier difficulty. Yeah. That's why I said, like, there's a lot of things that I'm doing that if you are a regular rando racer, you'd be like, why are you not doing this? Or why are you saying that? That doesn't make sense. But yeah. Half magic. Hey, there's Boots. That 20 green rupees there instead of a 20 red rupee means that there's an item in the pool that has already been picked up or whatever, so it shows up as that rather than yeah. And the only thing that we have extras of in the pool is because we start with Boots, so go away. So we have Bombos. We could go in Ice Palace, but I'd like to head towards Pod instead, because you never know, there might be Hammer or something in Pod. We also have Swamp, but we don't have Hammer for that either. Goodness. With no logic seeds, I know glitching into Turtle Rock is pretty much required. Yeah, it's also, with no logic seeds, you really need to know all of the glitches, like exploration glitch and everything else. On top of yeah. You have to be careful because there's also, like, key wonkery. I don't even know how to describe that. But yeah. Watch this be a sword. Okay. More magic tools, I guess. Just go into... Oh, that's... You know... You might be thinking to yourself, why is Saku humming over here? But... So the items that we have in the pool... Or not the items that we have in the pool, sorry. The crystals we have in the pool? Misery Mire is a pendant. We have all the items needed to beat Misery Mire. We have Desert Palace, which is a pendant. And we have completed Desert Palace. And we have Tower of Hera, which is a pendant. And the only thing we needed to beat that was a sword, which we now have. So we can complete all pendant dungeons right now. Misery Mire will be miserable, literally. Where's Puppy? He's probably behind me on the floor. Miserable Mire. I just need one more sword and I'll be fine. But yeah, she's gonna be like right there. She often goes from the mat to the floor, from the mat to the floor, from the floor to the mat, blah, 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 blah. I actually want to check this. That's why I came here. Okay. Rude. Yeah, we already have Berna. Also, the other thing with Ruby is she also is the same color as my carpet. So she blends in with the floor sometimes. Right now, she's not actually like visible because she's like literally right underneath me. But yeah, she'll get up in a little bit, go to the mat. Chameleon cam. Oh, I heard her moving her. I heard her moving her feet because her nails just scratched the floor on the mat that I'm on. I have like a plastic mat underneath my chair. The carpet muffles kind of the echoey sounds. If I were to put like hardwood or laminate or whatever on the floor, it would really mess with the audio. Ooh, we don't have the big key. Big key might be on right side, but I really don't want to use the... potion. I could do potion glitch and get the rest of the stuff here anyways, but I would prefer not to because I don't really... Hey, that's the 10 bomb I was talking about. 10 bomb pack. Rude. Well, that's it for this dungeon. Hey, Ruby, you hear me talking about you? I don't know if she's visible yet. She's like literally right behind me. As someone with a black dog, I get that blending in thing. I have Ruby. Ruby is a cream, like an English golden, so like a cream colored. And anytime I have a lot of black clothes, and oh my god, does she, like, her fur is stuck to everything all the time. So I walk out of the house and I'll pet Ruby before I go, and all of my clothes are just full Doesn't matter how many times I brush her. Doesn't matter how many times or whatever else I like furminate her. Every time I leave the house, it's like an entire dog's worth of fur on my clothes. The Saku pots. Puppy cam is not occupied. My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined. I'm sorry, Green Man. Listen, she's a dog. Where she wants to lay, she will lay. Even if it's in a place that you don't want her to lay. That, yeah? Such a losing battle with pets, but we love them all the same. Exactly. Can I just find something good, please? I'm double dipping everything. Yeah, I was about to say, I got the big key. Whoop. Go away. See, if I wasn't racing, I would pull out a treat and ask her to go to her mat, and then she would do it, and I would give her a treat. But I, at the moment, am racing and can't really do that. Hey, chef. Hey, maid. Ooh, 3 bombs. That's pretty good, right? Yeah. Right now it is because, you know, we don't really have a lot of weaponry. Well, bam. Darn it! I was hoping that would be on the boss. No. Aw. X101, sending big hugs your way. I feel like I'm gonna have to do the pedestal. I'm going to do my best to avoid it, but I'm pretty sure that this is inevitable. It's either gonna be pedestal or it's going to be like one of the 5 checks along the way here that I've not done. We're going up this way. We're gonna check Bumper Cave and see what the item is here. A heart container. You just figured out how to check floating island without Titan's mitts or hammer, and I'm proud. Nice. Nice. Overworld glitches. You have boots? Like, you mean check it as in like pick up the item? Kind of check it, or... Yeah. Congrats. That's pretty awesome, chef. That's not an easy thing. I'm proud of you. Yeah, pick it up. Okay. Ooh, another. See, that has me worried. The more bottles I get, the scarier this is. I no likey. Because that means that I'm gonna have delayed sword. Oh. All right, here we go. All right, let's go this way. We can go to the... Hello? We can go to the grumpy fish. Catfish. And when we're done there, we can go to Pyramid Ledge. If there's nothing there, then we're gonna do Pedestal. I'd rather do Pedestal than Hyrule Castle. Oops. Speaking of archipelagos, we have a community archipelago coming up on the 15th. So if you would like to join in, get your YAMLs in ASAP. Don't forget, okay? It's important. It's important to me that all of you join that can. It makes me feel happy when I get to play games with the community. No, any game you like. Any game you like. I have so many games that I'm just like, one of the main things that I want to do is I want to try to figure out 13.2 Archipelago. But I know that it's still like really early. I was supposed to go to the pyramid, but I ran right by it as if I was going to pod. Yep, the 15th of August. $50. Okay. Yeah, we can't mirror her. We will mirror over here. All right, let's go to goodness. Oh, this is gonna be silly, but I'm gonna do it anyways. You might be like, Saku, what are you doing here? Honestly, that's an excellent question. We could go in here and do some of Ice Palace. But what I want to do is actually increase my bomb capacity. We could go into Ice Palace a little bit. No, let's just go do the pedestal. We're pretty darn close to getting it. We might as well. Well, we've already got the items from Tower of Hera. It would literally just be go defeat Moldorm, go do Vitreous stuff. Hey, Horror. Also, if you need help figuring out where, like, which channel, Chef, then we can ping you in the channel, the Archipelago channel. It's in the looking for group section of the gaming. Also, friendly reminder to everybody, this week, the Discord layout is going to change significantly. No, you don't need to be a sub. No. So if there's anything that you have pinned or whatever, you know, it's gonna change. So there's a lot of channels are gonna disappear because we're condensing everything pretty significantly. Oop. 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 Nice. Don't log out in the base. Yes, you would need book to read the pedestal. That is correct. The thing is, like, I've already done as much of, I feel like whatever it is that I'm gonna get is probably gonna be bow as the item, right? Weirdly, Initials doesn't ask you about rando rolls. Yeah, it's pingable. There's pingable rolls that you gain access to. But when you first join, you actually don't get access to the channels until we basically approve you as a real human. Which is actually the hardest part of my Discord, is getting in. because we have pretty strict bot protection. Oh. I promise I'm a real human. Bzz. Come on. Woo! Come on. I do not want to... There we go. I do not want to accidentally get knocked off. I did a naughty and skipped the blossom check and just gave you the roll. I can't believe you would do that, Pogs. Yeah, there's a channel. You basically, when you join the Discord, you get access to 4 channels. 5 channels? 4 of them you can't type in. The last one tells you to type a specific thing if you're like joining in order to gain access to the Discord. Just you know, try to get everything here. Ah! Well, this is a bit of a problem. I have to actually pay attention to the game. Rude. Baby jail. How dare you? Bam. Do 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 do. You game twice, 2 seeds in a row I've just done. That has had that. That is some bananas. Okay. I even said that bow was gonna be the thing I don't have. Okay, I guess we're doing Eastern first because we can't get through here. Whatever. Now I'm curious. Somebody was saying that they had that the flippers had messed them up before, and I wonder if the flippers had messed somebody up because of the fact that so recently we've had another major item being in the basement of Tower of Hera. Well, I'm glad I didn't go to Misery Mire then. Goodness. You know, I almost skipped that because I was like, what's the likelihood we're actually gonna get something here when we just got one? So I have something that happened to me yesterday after I finished streaming, and then I rested for a bit and came back to my computer. I tried to fix my audio settings so that they don't suck and you don't hear going by every time that, you know, the fans start whirring or other things like that. And Elgato software sometimes and my computer just do not agree with each other at all. I don't have the hammer. I can't even beat Pod. Okay, whatever. This is a waste. I can go in and grab the 2 or 3 checks that are there. What if hammer is on pedestal though? That would, yikes. But yeah, if you have anybody else that's interested in joining in the community async, we have, you know, if you'd like to get them to join, it would be really awesome. Did I realize you mentioned that? Yeah. We're, like I said, we're gonna be revamping the Discord quite a bit. So a lot of that stuff is gonna get condensed this week. Ooh, why not both? Okay. I have no idea how I dodged all of those. So we have two asyncs that we do. One is the main and the other is the speed. So if you want to do a really fast one where everything is done in like 2 days, then you join the speed one because yeah, that one's super fast. If you want to do something more relaxing, you join the main one because that one is, yeah, less. What is omitment? Well, this is not good. What? Okay. Sure. Oh, commitment. Ah, okay, okay. Well, that was all we could do there. So now we have, yeah. Now we have other things that we can do. I'm starting to really see this whole, you know, not getting, oh my God. Oh my God, fine. You know what? I won't dash. Can do swamp without bombs or hammer. Why do I keep thinking about bombs? What's going on here? Saku, the master of the dodge. Been some time since I saw a good old hammer yum. Yeah, it wasn't even bad either. Can't logically do swamp without hammer. Yes. And I don't really care about doing it illogically until I find the other things that I need. The less I have unlocked, the better. There is an item on this boss. So I would like to find, hopefully, the hammer. Oh, wait. Go away. Ah, we'll grab some arrows because you never know. Ah! That was scary. Everything is bombs! Always! What's going on? Bombs everywhere! Rude. A heart piece is held by someone friendly. I don't even know if I've gotten a heart piece from anybody yet. So I'm like, Sashala? I don't want to go into the dark world, so I don't want to. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, Cane of Burna. Yeah, we got Cane of Burna in Ice Rod Cave. That was great. I'm like, yeah. Okay. Do we want to do Misery Mire? Sure. Let's do that, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, let's get some potions first. Not gonna really help me very much, but I will keep the bee. Could be the first. Man, hammer in first chest at Swamp Palace would suck. Hammer in Ice Palace would suck. But without the hook shot. But the thing is, we did get the Cane of Samaria, so I like, oh. But the gross thing is, we did actually get bombos, like, early. Yeah! Go away. So I'm more... Yeah, I don't know. Bombos. I was like, oh, bombos for entrance for Misery Mire, but also bombos opens Ice Palace. So, God, both of these are butts options. But also, we could go into Hyrule Castle, but I'd rather not. This doesn't have... This is not... This doesn't have... Because we don't have hookshot. All of this stuff is out of logic. Okay. I literally mentioned that at the beginning of stream. Because of basic item placement. That this would not be able to have anything if we didn't have hookshot. And yet here I am again. It's Ice Palace. Well, I'm already in here. Oh. There's somebody barking. Just like faintest little barks. Heavy Sakusai? Yeah, because I'm a goof and I should have gone to Ice Palace. Watch it be Godmire just to be rude. Thankfully, not yet, but it could be right here. Ether? I mean, who knows, right? We might need ether for Turtle Rock. We don't actually know what the entrance requirement is for over there. I'm sad that I don't have hookshot for this. Because I like using hookshot so I don't get the beams from that other thing. Alright. We also have a lamp instead of fire rod. No, thank you. Alright. I guess. We'll just get both items right off the bat. So now we just have to go and find the, you know, big key. Pendant dungeon. Pendant dungeon. Pendant dungeon. Okay, well, this is bad. Very tight window to do this. And I've already messed it up. Ah, it's fine. Wow. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Please be big key right here. Piece of heart requires the hammer. Woo! Well, well, well. Oh, I seen a shadow of a doggo moving. All right, please, please. Good clue for quest for 20. Yeah, but we're not doing quest for 20. We're doing quest for Saku wins the game. Ah. Ah. Rude, rude, rude. No, thank you. Goodbye. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Saku, what's your plan here? And the plan was throw bombs at Vitreous until it got low and then use the bow. The problem is I don't have any arrows now because I've used them all. So guess we're just not doing that. So we'll throw bombs until we run out of bombs, and then I guess we're gonna use the sword. Well, sure, and by wins the game, you mean gets to 20 hearts, right? Right? No. No 20 hearts. Maybe these little guys will drop arrows. That's not arrows. Okay, fine. You know, I didn't want your arrows anyways. I was hoping. Arrows? You know what? No, it's fine. I don't care. Nope. Don't need arrows. No, thank you. Nope. Keep on throwing bombs. Nope, this is bad. Nope, just kidding. This boss is a goof. No, no. Ugh. Another one down. Okay, we probably should potion because I don't want to lose all my progress. Just because I'm getting goofy with Vitreous. Ah! Whoa! I saw the lightning coming. Yikes! I wasn't worried about mirroring. I was worried about the electric attack. That was coming. I almost selected mirror, yes, but I didn't almost mirror. I knew that I was on mirror. What I was more concerned about is the fact that I, you know, was gonna get kicked in the face by lightning. All right, now that we have no bombs, it's gonna be impossible for us to find more bombs. Why? Why am I doing this? I do not need the dark world. Okay, so this, whatever is on the pedestal, which is probably nothing, is going to be locked by hookshot. Logically. You're rude. Rude. Go away! I now have no arrows and no bombs. This is gonna be nothing. It's gonna be absolutely nothing. I'm gonna have done all this for nothing. Yep. As soon as I realized that I didn't have the hook shot and I went in Misery Mire, I knew it. I knew it. You know, there is a, what's it called? Hi, Johnny. There is a chance we need to kill Aga. I have bees. I'm poor. Okay. Poor and beeless. I've committed to not going to Hyrule Castle. I feel good about my commitment. What I'm more nervous about is Aga. Because Aga is a possibility right now. And if Aga's oh, I'm dumb. I didn't wait for it to get out of the wall. Yeah. I just really like Bombos, that's all. I thought you said poor and beetles now, and I was very confused. If all else fails, use fire. Actually, that is a perfect saying for this dungeon. If all else fails, use fire. Perfect. It should be if all else fails, use bombs. Because I feel like bombs in, oh, arrows. I feel like bombs in the Zelda franchise is like so many enemies can be killed with bombs. Like these guys. Wow. Okay, all of them have bombs. Saku will find any excuse to use fire. The thing is, like, there's a lot of enemies in the Oracle's games, especially, and the Link's Awakening game. It's like, oh, this guy takes damage from bombs. This guy also takes damage from bombs. This is a bad decision. Oh, this is... Okay. I am doing really, really goofy things. Well, we have... Yep. No denial came from repeating that comment? What denial? Denial with what? See, I look at the D&D classes. I look at most classes of like any kind of oh my God. I look at a lot of those TTRPG classes and I'm like, I don't really know that I would like the backstory on a lot of these. Right? Like, not the backstory, but I don't even know how to describe it. Like the restrictions? Oh my God! We're just gonna not. The core identity of the class, it's like, oh, you know, you can, this class, you can only have, you know, so many spells because, you know, that's the only ones you've studied, or this one you can only have, you know, this is how it works with, like, you know, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. There has been, I don't find it super, yeah. It was like, oh, you can only have like 3 spells a day or something like that. It's like, I get that it's probably to make it balanced. Or whatever else all. But yeah. Sounds like you want a skill-based system rather than a class-based one. Okay. Sure. I guess. Fire rod inside of Ice Palace is rude. No. There have always been discussions about why can a wizard cast fireball but not a healing spell. Like, even, I feel like even if it was just a minimal thing, I don't know. Who rolled this seed? I did. But also, like, I don't know. I know that there's a lot of restrictions. I'm a goof. A lot of restrictions on what you can and cannot do on things, and it I don't know. It's silly. Like, oh, you can only use this one skill once per combat. Or you can only use this other skill once per combat. It's like, why? Are they, like, immune to it now? Down to the DM. I don't want to deal with these guys. Go away. Okay, here we go. Wow. This is very nice. Up a little bit. Bam. But yeah, I don't know. I do like what was it? Mouse Ritter. It was, I think, my favorite Mouse Ritter, I think, is my favorite TTRPG so far. Because it was so, I don't have bombs. Or whatever, hammer is what I was talking about. I don't know, it was kind of the way that the DM was pretty nice, because it was one of those, if it makes logical sense in the world that it's created, then you can do it, kind of thing. If I can get the item right here, I'll be big happy. Nope, the map. Okay. With magic, it's set up so that you have the feeling as you gain more experience, you can cast more powerful spells and the power to cast more lower level spells. Yeah, but I don't know. If I'm constantly struggling every time, then yeah, I don't know. I do like a scenario where it's like, if it makes logical sense, you can do it. If it doesn't, right? Like, obviously you can't cast infinite amount of whatever things, but the thing is right, the other thing is the fact that you have limited MP. So your restriction should be the, like, you already have a restriction because you have limited mana. So yeah. And they can cast more freely. It is true, but they have different spells. Whoa. Which predates it. I see. Magic casting classes, by the time they reach 5th level, access to 3rd level spell, you really never feel like you are underpowered. I don't know. I did a one-shot, and I did a one-shot with a TTRPG system, and that's like Pathfinder, and I felt, I don't know, I couldn't do very much. First of all, because I kept missing all my stuff. So, my rolls were bad. But also, I don't know. I almost lost my character in the first encounter of a one-shot. Because I lost the ability to use some of my skills because I had used it already. Hey, Trevor. Do, 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 do. Can you stop being up in the top, please? No, I bopped it over the wrong direction. This is not good. I'm a bad. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so now we have everything back in logic. But we still only have hookshot. So I guess East Death Mountain it is. But yeah, I don't know. I do really like MP rather than spell slots. That's my main issue. Is I like to, like, I know that you'll get access to better spells as you level up, but I still feel like you should have a base level of spells and MP, and just you use what your MP allows. I know that that's not right. That's not everybody's thing, but that's just what I would enjoy. Why can't the DM just allow you to be all-powerful and undefeatable? Well, no, I feel like balancing is also important too, though. Right, you don't want to be completely getting decimated by everything or on the brink of death like every encounter, but you also don't want to be steamrolling everything, and that's a balance, right? Okay, there we go. Now we have stuff. So while we're here, we need to check the entrance requirement for Turtle Rock. Yo, have a good night, Greenman. We got a hook shot, we got the hammer, and yeah, that's pretty much everything we need to beat the game now. It would be really nice if we had a sword upgrade, but we have 20 billion bottles, so... But yeah, having that be the DM makes it that you guys are a little too strong is the opposite problem, right? Like I said, it seems like as a player looking at it from the outside, right, it would be insanely difficult to balance everything. But it is important, right? That balance is important. If I ever made a TTRPG, it would have mana. If I was allowed to. If it wasn't like trademarked or some nonsense. Rather than spell slots. Yeah. If Turtle Rock is either Bombos or Ether, then I'm in go mode. Hey Spock, thank you so much for the 59 months. Yeah. I am in go mode, but it's gonna be a really rough Ganon fight if I do. Because I don't have the cape. I don't have Titansmith, sorry. I don't have Tempered Sword. I don't have what's the other thing? Silver Arrows. So I'm gonna just take and eat about 10 billion damage trying to spin Ganon to death. Okay, well, even if we didn't have the medallions, the other one was right here. Also, welcome in, Spock. Thank you so much again for the 59 months. And Highwayman, it's good to see you as well. Both of you, thank you so much for being here. Please give me one sword. Please give me one sword. Please give me one sword. Yeah, that's just my opinion on I'm gonna lose my mind on TTRPGs. This is the worst cave ever. I don't know that I have enough mana to do this. I mean, we have half magic, so we'll see. Well, I'm pretty sure I already did that, so... Spell slots is definitely not a thing for everyone. I for sure get it. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming there's like potions and other things that allow you to get your stuff back. But also skills, right? You know. Skill slots is also another thing. It's like, okay, I get MP, right? You can't cast a specific amount of spells. Like, you can only cast a specific amount of spells, right? Then you can probably have a potion or something that restores your spell slots, question mark. Right, then you have skills, right? You're a whatever. You can only use 3 heals. Doesn't matter if you get, you know, whatever back. You have to, yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I just If I was a spellcaster, I would carry potions with me that would allow me to do stuff. Anything that can restore spell slots midday is super valuable. I would just be resting all the time. Encounter is over, we're just gonna take a nap. And then we can nap one at a time so that, yeah. We're gonna nap one at a time so that we don't get surprise attacked. Yeah, well, if we all take a long rest, 8 hours, one at a time, perfect. It'll take us an entire day to get through the whatever. It'll take multiple days actually to get through the encounters, but hey, if that's the way it's gotta be, because that's the thing, then that's the way it's gotta be. Wait, who's forgotten that D&D is a social storytelling game? I'm confused. I didn't see anybody saying that in the channel. Me? Oh, I'm not dumb. I think out of everybody, I'm like one of the most considerate people when I'm playing games with other people. I always have to be the one that takes on the classes that nobody else wants to do, because I know that when you're playing a multiplayer game that you have to do stuff like that. I've played multiple tabletop games before. Final Fantasy 14 has a TTRPG. Pathfinder. Mouse Ritter, as I just mentioned a couple seconds ago. I'm gonna die. I was actually the whole thing that I was complaining about was my experience with TTRPGs. You played many other systems for years, and D&D is your least favorite. But it's also the one that most people are familiar with, right? When you talk to people, everybody knows it. But yeah. And the thing wasn't about being powerful. As I said, right, my concern isn't the fact that you need to be powerful. It's more so it just an encounter that that isn't balanced correctly is what I have a problem with. Or what I feel like isn't balanced correctly. I did find it really funny though that when I did do a TTRPG like Pathfinder, that I had the strongest attack but I could never hit anything. I feel like at that point that becomes like part of your character's lore, right? It's like if you roll and every single hit misses, like that's gotta be just character lore at that point. It's like I can scare the pants off of all of my enemies. I can give them debuffs, for days, okay? Every single debuff in existence will stick. Critical success every time. But the second that I try to attack, it's like I whiff every single shot. It's like... That feels like at that point in time, it's gotta be character lore. You miss 100%. Oh, no, no. Hey, Sprinkles. Oh my god, no, 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 no. Yikes, I just took so many hits of nothing. Can I please? Why am I having such a difficult time with this? Oh, there's Cape. Perfect. Well, the good news is that we will probably die here. And so we'll have to go all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon that we just left. So... I had no problem with the other stuff. Your lore would most likely be things randomly breaking. You draw your bow and the string snaps. You go to drink a potion and you fumble it and shit shatters on the floor. That's amazing. Yo, Shock, thank you so much for being here. Good news, you're right. It's because I'm not concentrating. I'm yapping too much about D&D. But I don't really know why oh god. I don't really know why I was struggling so bad with the dashing. Doo -doo -doo. It's like a truck, but usually can't hit the broadside of a barn. Yeah. It's one of those things that, like I said, it was so funny. To me, it was funny. Cause, and people are like, oh my God, why are you, all of your stuff is crit success for like, you know, what was it? Bon mot and something else. Like some sort of like mockery, some sort of like insult. But the second that I actually just tried to attack, or it was like I was trying to cross a bridge, right? I was trying to cross a bridge. The thing that I had the most stats in was my, you know, the ability to walk over, or like acrobatics, I think it was what it was. I had acrobatics, like all of my stats in diplomacy and acrobatics. So I rolled, what did I roll? Crit fail. Walking across a bridge, fell off the bridge. Had somebody try to catch me. Or I tried to grab the ledge. Also, I crit failed that, right? So I started falling. Somebody else tried to grab me to stop me from falling. They failed. So they had to have their minion try to grab me, and that failed. So I just fell into the pit. Thankfully there was water underneath me, but goodness, I was out of the, I didn't do a single thing that fight except for, you know, fall off a bridge. An entire encounter was so rough because all I could do was fall off a bridge and nothing else. Can we not? Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Wow, what a mess. That almost exactly happened to me in one encounter in my current Pathfinder campaign, but I also single-handedly turned fights in our favor. Just the ebb and flow of that stuff. All right, we still need so many dungeons. So, Palace of Darkness, Swamp Palace, Ice Palace. But then, like, you know, like I said, one of my best experiences was Mouse Ritter. Mouse Ritter is one of those games where you roll for what your skill is. You get one skill, or at least for what we did was, you know, we each rolled for what the item was that we got, and what the skill was that we got. So we got one item, and we got one skill for a one-shot for Mouse Ritter. And my roll got me the ability to talk to animals. And oh man, that was one of the craziest things. So, I don't even know how to describe what happened, but I convinced, because I was a mouse and we were doing a boat race. I was a mouse and I convinced the fish to flip over the other mouse's boat because they were cheating. I was like, okay, fine. I gave them our food so that they would do it, and advice on how to dodge hooks in the water so that they right, yeah, I think in exchange for them flipping the boats, I would tell them like how to spot fishing lures and other things in the water so that they would never be caught again. And it was fun because it was way outside the box. And the DM allowed it, so yeah. Rude. Rude. My goodness. Yeah. All right, hopefully Helmasaur is nice. I dipped into so many of these dungeons. This is definitely one of those like races that ended up turning into more casual because I've been yapping so much. Yeah. Yikes. Yikes. I messed up and meant to do this. Nope. Not even going to try hitting that guy with a sword. We're just going with the arrows. So, Ice Palace is Cold Stare. And Swamp Palace is Argus. It's again still Master Sword is Gross. Hey, it's Ruby. I guess Argus. We'll do Argus before we do Cold Stare. I can't believe we're at 2 hours now. We still have 2 dungeons. Couldn't balance going over a rickety bridge. Failed the roll. Fell down. Could not roll high enough to climb back up anywhere. Oh no. Dagger Heart system does give some more ability to use your abilities over and over again. Why do I feel like I recognize that name, Dagger Heart? Hi, Sweeb. Ah. Critical Role made that one. I'd like to try it sometime. Yo, have a good night, Scarth. I just like books. Are you ready for Halo tomorrow? I'm never ready for Halo. Not because it's, you know, bad or whatever else, but because it's always chaos. How can you be ready for chaos? That is like completely the opposite of, yeah, I still would like at least, wait, no, I have the, never mind. I have the, whatever it's called. Cape. We are doing much better now. Hey, Alberto. Do, 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 do. Go, go, go. You think those 2 drops are in Ganon? You think the 2 swords are in Ganon's tower? I mean, honestly, it's a pretty valid guess right now, considering what we have available. It could be a Thieves Town big chest. Right? We skip Thieves Town big chest, and that has an item in it. It could be in Hyrule Castle, right? We don't know. There, can you imagine if there's just a sword in Hyrule Castle? That'd be really funny. This has just been a really nice seed to showcase almost swordless strats, right? An Ages ROM hack, eh? Would love to know what it is, since I love ages and seasons. I'll be pulling it up right after this. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now, but because this is a race, I can't really check what the thing is. But it's something to do with like moon something. I'm gonna grab down here and hope this isn't like map or compass. Okay, well, it was map, but we also got silver arrows, so I'll take it. My canine companion has arrived. What, Ruby? Yeah, she's been sleeping in the background. Yeah, those, see, if I come into Swamp, I typically will check those bottom chests and the other chest, just in a hope that I can get something good. Half magic, red mail, sword, silver arrows, powder sometimes. Yikes. Yeah. Also, welcome in RMS. Rude. No, thank you. Rude. Go, go, go. You mind? Stop. Ooh, relic grinding in 14. Nice. Darn it. Yeah, that was silly. I could have just used silver arrows, but I was trying to practice the 3-hit Argus. Book. Funny. Yeah, I was pretty happy with the silver, or with the triple silver on Ganon. You're also relic. Is there a new relic out? A Dawn Trail relic, or is it like an older relic? Do 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 do. I'm going to actually grab magic. Do I think I'm gonna need it? Probably not, but yeah. The last step in Dawn Trail relic just dropped this week. Ah. Yeah, we have money, so we can go buy stuff. Didn't realize a triple arrow was possible. I knew double was, but that was it. Triple arrow is possible if you if you kind of hit him close to the edge of the screen and it's a very tight window. Right, because the second that Ganon is, so there's two things, right? Ganon's on a timer where if you Ganon's on a timer where if you don't hit him, or if you hit him, basically when he's stunned, he'll teleport away, right? Even if you hit him, right? It's just a specific amount of time. That window is pretty tight. So you have to be close enough that you hit him really quickly, so he stuns almost immediately after freezing. And then right after that, you have to make sure that he's not going to hit a wall, because the second that he hits an edge, he'll also teleport. So either way. Hello? I heard the new expansion has a lot of FF4 inspired stuff in. I feel like you're referring to post-game Endwalker. Dawn Trail, yeah, Dawn Trail is more FF9 inspired, and from what I understand, the next one is gonna be FF7 inspired, question mark? It's funny because game companies typically will pull out the big, right? Like for the big money drawers, or like whatever else. When a game or a franchise is in danger, you can tell like when a game company is struggling and needs money, or people to buy their console, for instance, by them pulling out the biggest franchise, right? It's like, oh shoot, Sony is in danger. We need to pull out Final Fantasy VII. This is everything's gotta be Final Fantasy VII. Anything related to Final Fantasy VII, drop it now. We need it this second. And then for Nintendo, it's Ocarina of Time. Oh man, Switch 2 sales are down. What are we gonna do? Drop it. Ocarina of Time. We have to do it. This is the thing, right? Oh no. People haven't been buying enough Switch 2s. It's the lowest sales point in history. Oh man. Drop it. It's the emergency button. Ocarina of Time right now. It's funny. It's funny to me, anyways. It's like Microsoft with Halo. Oh man, we're in danger. Gotta pull out a remake of Halo again. You want a new Zelda? Me too. I want a new Zelda that's not... I really would like... Actually, what I really want, if they're gonna make a remake, Minish Cap. Or, Oracle's game. Oops. I'm gonna take 10,000 hits of damage. I'm gonna die! Nope. Twilight Princess is the one... Well, the thing is that... Nintendo has been neglecting Twilight Princess like pretending it doesn't exist. Right? It's like Wind Waker. For the Wind Waker is coming to Nintendo's Game Pass, whatever that is. Okay. Why just Wind Waker? Oh, because Twilight Princess is their emergency button for their subscriptions, right? It's the same thing. I need more blue potion. Zelda 2 is perfect. I feel like Zelda 2 could get a pretty good remake too. Mayhaps this was a story you fell off and Scar's familiar tried to catch you. Yes, Infamous, that's exactly what it was. I think I know that I keep hearing that, but from what I understand, so somebody had mentioned Minish Cap might be harder to remake since it was developed by some subsidiary of Capcom instead of Nintendo Power. The thing is that Nintendo owns the rights to it, right? That's already been researched, and Nintendo has the capacity to remake it. They have the legal ability to remake it. And I feel like Ages might be a little bit more complicated because I'm not positive about Ages, but I'm positive about Minish Cap. Goodness, Infamous. Infamous, I might need a favor from you later. I mean, if you're doing a remake, let's say in the style, not a remaster. If you're doing the remake in the same style of game that you did for Link's Awakening, you don't need the code, right? You would redo that from scratch because it's a completely different system, right? It's not like, I'm not talking about them just like HDifying it or putting it on the Nintendo online emulator thing, right? I'm talking about them like remaking it in the same way that they would Link's Awakening. And if they did that, they'd have to redo the whole thing from scratch, just like they did with Link's Awakening. But I can work on stuff. It's 2 videos that would be rendered that were recorded separately that I need combined. Yeah. But like when I'm talking about like things like remaking that stuff, yeah, I think that remaking that as well as the Oracle's games would be tough, right? Because you'd need to do 2 games. And I'm not sure that Nintendo would want to invest in 2 games like that. That I'm not sure how popular they are to Nintendo. But yeah, did the Prime Video the other day with the stream crash? No. I've already merged those together. It's a what's it called? It's a recording. I have a couple of recordings that need to be merged together. But it's more important to work on the highlight reels. If you're working on that, then that's priority and the other stuff can wait. Honestly, I really enjoyed Tears of the Kingdom. I do want to say I really enjoyed Tears of the Kingdom. There's this video out there, right? It's like, I hate Tears of the Kingdom or I love Breath of the Wild. I can't remember which one it is, right? But I'm actually the complete opposite of that video. I love Tears of the Kingdom, but I really did not like Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild felt to me like an unfinished game. It was just, yeah. A lot of the things that I enjoy in Tears of the Kingdom, I wish were in Breath of the Wild. And I always say, to me, it feels like Breath of the Wild was the beta version or the unfinished version of Tears of the Kingdom. Because, yeah, I don't know, it just felt not finished. I think like what was it that I had read? That each kind of Zelda game has an overarching theme or whatever else, and that theme for Breath of the Wild was something like emptiness or whatever else, and it really feels like that is the theme, but not in a good way, right? Elden Ring is better than Breath of the Wild. Elden Ring breaks my computer. Do, 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 do. These guys are not being very fast with the moving stuff. Didn't you get a new one? I sure did. It's okay, I lied, okay? It is not my computer. It's Moshi models. Wow, both swords were in Ganon's castle. You were right. It's the Moshi model. I don't have the big key, so I can't get this. And I don't know why I'm going for it. Even the baby down Moshi model is still too strong. Yo, Tanix and Kobe, thank you so much for joining in on the raid. Tanix, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're doing well. How was your asyncs? Yeah, I feel like I haven't played enough Tears of the Kingdom, but the problem is I have such a long games queue that I don't really have the ability to go back and play more of it on stream. And if I was gonna play it, I would play it on stream. Go away. Rude, rude. Nope. Where is my big key? Okay, I guess it's file room. What a terrible. Okay, yeah, I have to admit, maybe Taco was right. Taco's like, I can't wait for Saku to play this seed. I'm just like, oh man, it's because of the sword. Also, welcome in, Lane. Lane the Wolf, thank you so much for joining in on the raid. I was like, oh, because of the swords, right? Because we had all that sword stuff at the beginning. But no, this is butts. We're just going to hold the button or the wall, pull away so that we can't be, our magic won't go down, and also we won't get grabbed by the hand. That goes a race. This is an awful seed, Tanix. A very awful seed. Also, there we go. Big key. My comment about the seed sums up how I felt about it. Was it in the race room? I didn't I didn't see that. Because I haven't opened the race room yet. I would like to get the fairy. Ah! Fine, no fairy. What nonsense is it having you do? If you take a look at my inventory, I have all pendants, all crystals, and everything else all. Here we go. I didn't have... Actually, the stats at the end will probably tell you even more. It's like, when did you get... Like, how many bosses did you kill with your first sword? A bunch. But I killed probably more with the Cane of Burna than I did with a sword, because I didn't have a sword for so long. How many dungeons did you double dip? Yeah, that's the bigger problem, yeah? All of them, pretty much. The problem was Hammer, right? Hammer was missing. The seed was butts, yeah? Rude. Do 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 do. Like Ice Palace gave me Fire Rod, right? And we didn't have the hook shot. We didn't have the hook shot, but we had the Fire Rod. Hook shot was on Mothula. So yeah, that was silly. That was the wrong direction. This is gonna be a bigger problem. That's fine. We were far enough back that he didn't hit us, didn't get our sword. So, it was Kana Samurai I was menuing. I was like, why was I menuing? I don't remember. Now I remembered. Okay, Fire Rod was inside of Ice Palace, right? We needed to go inside of Ice Palace to get the Fire Rod, which then unlocked the hook shot. Okay, that was on Mothula, which you can't get to without the Fire Rod. Okay, then the hook shot led us over to East Death Mountain because we didn't have the hammer, and hammer was on East Death Mountain. So in order to get the hammer, we had to dip into Ice Palace, which we couldn't complete because we didn't have the hammer, even if we could bomb jump our way through it. So we had to, there was no way that we could go into Ice Palace in one go, right? That was a required double dip. I don't even think that was the only one. There was something in Pod, I think. Wasn't there? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember. At this point, the seed is all blurring together. Oh my god. Got a normal combination? Gonna call the cafe manager? You got a normal combination? What was the normal items you got? Who comes to the Blossom Cafe for tea and cornbread? What's wrong with tea and cornbread? This is bad. Oh! This is also bad. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Whammy! It's better than X-Parasite Gelatin? Ooh, yeah. You don't want to get the Metroid parasites. Alright, Ganon. It's time to duel. You know, I went in with all these potions and everything else because I was like, man, I'm gonna have to use all these like lamp and whatever else all nonsense because 20 billion spins. But now I have the gold sword and silver arrows and everything else on top of it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. Grumble, grumble. Wah! Meow. Boop, 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 boop. There's no kill like overkill. Hey, you never know, right? It's better to be safe than sorry. Last thing I want is Ganon to surprise me. Silver's my true weakness. Of course, you're like off on the far left-hand side. Can you stop teleporting that spot, please? Okay. See, that would have been a nice double right here. See, in order to get a triple, you have to be like, he has to basically be here. Because he goes knock back, knock back, knock back, right? And you don't want him to touch the wall. Or in the, like, middle. Done! 228.04 minus whatever it was that I said at the beginning. 215. 228.04 minus 215. Whatever that is. 2 minutes. 228. 04 minus 2 minutes and 15 seconds. That was a terrible, terrible, terrible run though. Yeah. Hang on, let me look and see what everybody else did. I was last place. Well, no, I'm not technically last place because somebody forfeited, so. 225.49? Yeah. Not gonna lie, this heat was awful. So was my gameplay. Also, I cut my hair. I don't know if anybody noticed. My hair is no longer whooshing. What was the winning time? Oh, hang on. I gotta open it again. It's over 2 minutes. 2:02:32. See, the thing is, if I had seen this race room like this, I would have thought it was a pedestal seed. I mean, to be fair, at some point in the game, I thought it was a pedestal seed as well. But like, hey, yo, thank you so much, Don Wolf, for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the 11 months. I've defeated some of the best rando runners because of forfeits. It's true. Five double dips. Yeah, I went into so many dungeons multiple times. Do, 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 do. I just imagine there is a non-zero chance of us seeing a live action Tingle on the big screen. I feel like that wouldn't be as goofy as it would be in the game, like in the games. Hey, Punkle, welcome in. You're guessing 200 for check count? Oh, I don't think that high. I feel like it's pretty high, but not that high. The thing is even with that, like I skipped multiple chests in the overworld, right? I didn't do Pyramid Fairy. I didn't pick up the Bumper Cave. I got all the bottom chests and all the top chests in Ganon's Tower, but I didn't do a bunch of checks inside of Ice Palace because I didn't have the hammer, so I didn't check the 2 in Ice Palace. I didn't check the chests in most of Swamp Palace. I'm trying to think of what else I skipped. I skipped Lumberjack Ledge. I skipped, yeah. Imagine if Tingle was the post-credits reveal. Yeah, no, it'll be something to do with like, yeah, another Ganon resurrection, I'm sure. 175. I'm seeing some a 188, a 195, a 169, a 192. Arguing Paradox with 200. Remember, there's only 216 checks. Also, we didn't do the 2 chests at Aga Tower. We didn't do anything in Hyrule Castle except for the back. 195, 175, yeah. Did you manage to go far on the train game from last stream? I ended up, what is it called? I ended up stopping stream a little bit early yesterday because I was having issues with a headache from my sinuses. Yeah, maybe Ganondorf and Pig Ganon are 2 different movies. Honestly, I really hope that they go into more of a demise kind of like thing, like lore-wise, but I feel like Demise is one of those, like, they're gonna probably do Ganondorf rather than Ganon. They're probably gonna do Ganondorf rather than Ganon or Demise, because it's the more recognizable one, right? The more recognizable bad guy. But I would like them to then do the reveal of like Demise at the end of it or whatever else. I don't think it's going to happen. That's just wishful thinking for me. But yeah. What if they made a completely new adventure with a different big bad? There's 0 chance. There's 0 chance because they want the nostalgia, right? They want the nostalgia bait. Ooh, that would be good, Espen. Yes. Right. It's like imagine if they go on the Zelda 2A. Well, they've already indicated that they're going to be doing kind of like a combination of Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, and Twilight Princess, I think was the 3 that they kind of said that they would be leaning into. I know for sure Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild, that automatically means it's Ganon. The real question is like, yeah, there could be Cloud Ganon, right? Like the pig Ganon. But no, I feel like Ganondorf is gonna be the main big bad one because it's easier to live action a human. right? Because you can just have somebody play the character, dress them up, and well, bam, right? They're already made, right? Pig Ganon is going to require CGI and other things, and depending upon like cost and whatnot, I don't know. That would be cool, Servante or Servant. I'm always unsure of how to pronounce your name. It's 184 out of 216. Who had a one? Anyone close? Anyone close? I guess the closest was 188. No, somebody guessed 180. Somebody, Serene guessed 188. You said 195. Price is Right rules. I just go with whatever's closest. But stress on the last syllable, but silent E. Servant. Or is it servant? I feel like it's gotta be servant because A-N-T. Otherwise it would be E-N-T. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this race. Thank you again for watching. It was a rough seed. I did not do nearly as well as I did on the last one. And with that, we are gonna wrap up here with this seed. So thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when I put out a new video. A huge thank you to my patrons on Patreon. You help me to be able to continue making videos. And if you want to become a member of the Patreon family, the link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!